Hi, welcome back to the channel, TrainStation 2. Alright, this is the mini event. They call it the Train Tycoon, and I'm going to share with you how I prepare for this. Alright, so you can see I have jobs that are completed and I do not collect them. That's one. I have produced basically products in the factories and do not collect them as well. And I have lots of keys that I save up. So these are how I basically prepare for this mini event. End of the day, what will be the rewards is some epic parts. Alright, but nonetheless, I think I always wanted to get those first rewards in terms of the headquarter points itself. So as you can see here, sometimes you will be hit with trains delivery, and then a very difficult job will be the whistles, which depends on luck whether you have those whistles in your station or not. One way to gain those stations whistles is basically I think just one way, which is to station yourself in the station. Alright, so you hear me right? Station yourself in the station waiting for the whistles to arrive. Alright, so we managed to get some deliveries done using those epic trains and collect that 1 star. For the 3 trains, delivery is always easy, i.e. those 1 star ones. For 3 stars ones, I normally try to dump it away. By either first they give you a free one, and then after that you could watch a video to dump it away. So these are the methods I do. I'll try to eliminate the 3 stars one first, so you can generate more 1 or 2 stars we can complete easily. Alright, just a reminder there, the Japanese event is coming to an end. Please collect your rewards. Alright, so Bond 007 seems to be first right now, but let me show you very soon. I'll overtake him with a good gap there. So the deliveries is something you got to bear in mind on how you're going to do this. Unlike the normal delivery that you do, you try to pick one train with the highest capacity, right? Do the reverse for such mini tycoon train tycoon event. Why so? So you can fulfill more of those deliveries. So the requirement is, for example, 3 legendary trains, or 3 epic, or 3 rare, or 3 common, for example. You just got to pick one with the smallest capacity, so you have the highest number of deliveries done with the same amount of inventory, or also called produce, that you have made. Right? So with the same amount of produce, you can make 3 trips, or if you choose to deliver with the highest capacity, at max probably you make 2 trips. So this is how I play with in terms of deliveries, chances and frequencies. Alright, so with that we got done another job there, and seems like a lot of train upgrades. Yes, I gotta mention this. Train upgrades is also something you gotta play with. Where do you upgrade your trains? I mean, if you could, I mean, you want to upgrade your own region or your current region's trains, that's perfectly fine, because that's normal. Another way to go around it is to upgrade trains in the previous regions, because they are so much cheaper, and henceforth you're able to upgrade more number of trains. Because you got to bear in mind, the request is upgrade trains. There's no limitation in which region, so always try to hunt sometimes to the previous regions. It'll make things life easier. And if you really need to, then you have to dismantle some trains as duplicates and get that sufficient parts to do that upgrade. Alright, so that's how you get it done. And of course, when you spend keys, eventually you'll get some trains that's duplicates. Example, common, those are easy. Upgrading common trains are really easy as compared to the rest of the types of rare, epic and legendary. So this is another way how you could do upgrade of trains itself. Alright, so let's see what we get today from this. Okay, some common parts is expected there. Alright, there's 2 offers. Sometimes you can take a look whether that fulfills your criteria for train upgrades. If it does, you could spend some coins to get it done. So yeah, I got 5 jobs on hand. I got 9, 7, 8 keys on hand. I got lots of those products in the factories waiting to be collected. I have trains because of those parts I collected. So so-called I can upgrade and get it done over with. The only one that you can't really get it done over with is the whistles. As I mentioned, you gotta wait patiently at the station. They are forcing me to spend my savings, although I do wish to bring forward my keys to the next region. but nonetheless, I think for the sake of this mini event, I'm just going to spend some keys, and hopefully I get that 2 missing train. But unfortunately, I spent a 200 key container. You get a common train, so that's frustrating sometimes. So you think about it, if your chances of getting a rare or epic from that 200 key container is so much higher, why would they give us a common? So this is a bit unfair in a way, but nonetheless, that's a fact of life. So sometimes I'll just go with 200 container on a very rare occasion. Most of the time I'll go with 2 times or 2 numbers of 100 key containers, so that will give you a better chance of getting it done with a good train type of rare and above. Again, given that Japanese event is over, do not have these items in your warehouse. They're just a waste of space. They're basically redundant, obsolete, no longer required. So please remember to dump them away, especially when you're doing this mini Tycoon event. Because this mini event itself, the Train Tycoon, you need a lot of warehouse spacing, especially you got to collect all the produced so-called products completed in your factories. Alright, so bearing in mind, we will need to make sure we have a good number of those items in the factories. As you can see, sometimes repeatedly they will ask for items from different factories and give you rewards. So that's really the fastest way you can get rewards, and of course train upgrades as well, as I did mention earlier. Really you gotta earn those parts, be it through buying with coins, or you got to basically watch a video, or if not, you just got to upgrade the common train. Alright, so that's the fastest to do. Alright, so we have 2 other jobs that's a bit stuck. Alright, great, we have another one, a factory produce requirement. Oh, you got to bear in mind this, when you talk about produce in those factories, it's not necessary to make really long items to make it as one item. What I'm trying to say is that any item will do, choose the one that produces with the shortest time. So that's the way to get it done, and fill your factories with those completed produce, so that eventually you can collect them ASAP. Alright, so currently it's still empty, a bit strange though. I don't know why, but apparently there's only Bond 007 and myself in that competition after starting and playing for so long. I do hope that my friend from Mosky doesn't join us, but unfortunately he does, and I really don't know why. Why is the developer doing this to me or to us? You can see just now the list is so empty, and they want to purposely just ban us together again. So I really don't know why. Unfortunately, it's really something that the developer tends to group people together now. Probably for me and him, it's always grouped together. And of course, they are trying to probably use a smaller parameter in terms of levels and whatnot, and group us together. So not that fun anymore. I do love the previous methodology whereby everybody you see of different levels. I think that's better. This method, what they're trying to do now is really to ban everybody of the same together. I don't really like it. So a lot of keys is being spent. You can see here, whenever they request for 200 keys, I'm just going to spend my savings. Has dropped to currently 576. Alright, so again, produced to be collected. Those products are delivered, and yes, another one thing to tell you is really the building upgrade. You gotta bear in mind, even you have any or those with a green tick, do not do so until it's being asked for, because it's not easy to come by, and especially this job's completed. I have 5 ready, you get what I mean, because it's not easy and time's consuming to complete. So I have 5 ready. As and when they ask for it, I'll just complete it. So this is something you gotta really bear in mind. Some things are really tough to do. So like train upgrades, I'm just gonna upgrade all the common trains part with the common train parts that I have, and it's the easiest and the cheapest to do so. You'll definitely be hit once in a while with insufficient factory or so-called insufficient warehouse spacing. Okay, given that fact, you have no choice but to dump away items. Do not fear to dump away items, because no worries, can make them again. If you don't dump away items, you'll be stuck. Right, this is the event that will be taking a lot of warehouse spacing, and you really need to dump away items, because otherwise you can't move at all. So finally, being very patient by waiting in the station, to get all the keys, whistles, actually not keys, so sorry about that. Whistles, managed to collect 8 whistles. Whenever there's a 12 whistles request, remember to dump them away. Alright, you can see Mosky joining us already. Alright, so spending keys again, and okay, not too bad. At least we get a rare train. Definitely this duplicate is not something new. Then again, we have 2 other jobs that I don't really like, which is the train dispatch. It takes a kind of a time, and let's see, hoping for a better job. Alright, good. So another one to be collected soon will be insufficient space. Yep, that's correct. Warehouse full. As I mentioned, don't be afraid to dump away items, especially don't lose items. You can see a 4, 10, 15 or whatever quantity that is really unnecessary, because you can't do anything with this small quantities. You just as well just dump it away and then make space. Okay, so with that we should have sufficient space to collect another set. Alright, so and then we can complete it. Or that's 2 stars. That's fantastic. If I could, I would dump away the 3 stars dispatch of 9 trains, but of course this needs time. It needs time to be generated. Alright, so 2 jobs to be completed. It normally takes a long while, but because I have 5 ready, it makes life so much easier. And again, warehouse is full. This is a common problem of mine. It may not be yours if you're great warehouse spacing. That's why I always urge you, remember to improve your warehouse spacing at the early onset of the game. If you're in region 1 and 2, congratulations. Please do the 5 building technique and then boost your population so you can increase your warehouse. So unlike me, I have a very tiny warehouse for the level I'm in. I only have so tiny, I think 3000 plus 3700 warehouse space, which is exorbitantly small. Okay, so for my level, easily people have 10,000 warehouse space and a population of 60,000 or something like that. So unfortunately, I do not have that. I did not focus on building population or warehouse space, not knowing that the importance of it. Alright, another rare train that we obtain from those keys, of course, is duplicate, but nonetheless, it's better than common, right? So no really issue here. Alright, we hit with whistles again. As usual, whistles will take a long time. So this is just something we just got to do. Legendary train deliveries is painful because every time you do is 40 and you can't do it so-called cut down. If it's 42, it's perfect because we have another chance of getting another train out. Alright, so coming towards the end of the video, I wish you good luck in this mini event. So far so good. Goodbye.